Have you ever woken up with that quiet, nagging stiffness in your knees that seems to whisper that your best days are behind you? Or perhaps you've noticed a heavy fog in your mind by mid-afternoon that no amount of modern caffeine seems to clear. We often treat these as inevitable parts of growing older, reaching for a plastic bottle of pills or a processed energy bar to get us through the day. But what if the solution wasn't invented in a laboratory last year, but was written in the stars and the soil thousands of years ago? There is a profound difference between a temporary fix and a God-given restoration. While the world offers us quick bursts of artificial energy, the Creator provided a pantry of ancient wisdom designed to nourish the temple of the Spirit. Today, we are looking back to the very beginning to find a way forward for our health. My name is David, and I want to welcome you to a journey through the scriptures that might just change the way you look at your kitchen. Today, we are exploring 17 specific biblical snacks that do more than just quiet a hungry stomach. These are foods mentioned in the most pivotal moments of the Bible, from the gardens of the patriarchs to the tables of the apostles. Our goal is to see how these simple, humble items can restore your body naturally, providing the strength, clarity, and peace that many of us have been searching for. By the end of our time together, you will have a complete roadmap for incorporating these blessed foods into your daily routine. We are going to look at the science, the history, and the spiritual significance of each one to help you feel your best. I want you to stay with me until the very end, because item number 17 is a special recipe that was used to celebrate one of the greatest victories in the Old Testament, and it is a powerhouse for your heart. Before we dive into our countdown, I must share a quick and natural reminder. While I believe deeply in the healing power of God's creation, I am a narrator and a student of the Word, not a medical doctor. The information I'm sharing is for educational purposes and should not replace the advice of your healthcare professional. Always consult with your doctor before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you are managing a chronic condition or taking medication. Now, let us open the ancient pantry and see what wonders await us for our physical and spiritual renewal. We begin our journey with a humble but mighty fig, often paired with raw honey. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, verse 8, figs are listed as one of the 7 blessed species of the Promised Land. In the ancient world, a land full of figs was a land of security and health. We often assume that fruit is just a source of sugar, but the fig flips that assumption entirely. It is a dense package of soluble fiber, acting like a gentle broom for your digestive system. Think of it as a natural way to keep your inner plumbing clear and efficient. This is vital as we age and our digestion tends to slow down. One active compound in figs is phycin, an enzyme that helps break down proteins, making your meals easier to process. A study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology highlighted how figs support digestive regularity and can even help manage blood pressure due to their high potassium content. When you drizzle a bit of raw honey on top, you are adding natural antibacterial properties that have been recognized for millennia. Honey is like a liquid shield for your throat and gut. To enjoy this, simply slice 2 fresh figs and add a teaspoon of raw honey. If you have diabetes, please watch your portion sizes, as both are sweet. I remember my grandmother always kept a jar of honey and a bowl of dried figs on her counter, and she lived to be 94 with a sharp mind and a kind heart. Next, we look at dates stuffed with crunchy almonds. The date palm was so central to biblical life that it appeared on ancient currency, symbolizing the resilience of the faithful. Many scholars believe that when the Bible speaks of a land flowing with milk and honey, it was actually referring to the thick, sweet syrup made from dates. We often think of dates as just a candy-like treat, but they are actually a powerhouse of minerals. They are incredibly rich in potassium and magnesium, which are essential for maintaining a steady heart rhythm and healthy blood pressure. Think of a date like a natural battery for your cells. The almond inside provides the perfect balance of healthy monounsaturated fats and plant-based protein. This combination ensures that the natural sugars in the date are absorbed slowly, preventing the energy crashes that come from processed snacks. A study in the journal Nutrients found that regular consumption of nuts like almonds can significantly improve cholesterol profiles. The vitamin E in almonds also acts as a protector for your skin and eyes. To prepare this, just remove the pit from a medjool date and tuck 1 or 2 raw almonds inside. It is the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. Just a word of caution for those with tree nut allergies. You can swap the almond for a sunflower seed to get a similar benefit without the risk. It's a simple bite that carries the strength of the desert. Our third snack brings us to the vibrant pomegranate, specifically the seeds served with a bit of plain yogurt. The pomegranate was a symbol of beauty and abundance, embroidered onto the robes of the high priests. We often focus on the mess of opening one, but the effort is worth the reward. Pomegranates are famous for their polyphenol, which are potent antioxidants. These compounds work in your body like a cleanup crew, neutralizing the free radicals that contribute to aging and inflammation. An interesting study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition suggested that pomegranate juice and seeds can help keep your arteries flexible, supporting overall cardiovascular health. When you pair these ruby red seeds with plain yogurt, you are adding a dose of probiotics. These are the good bacteria that live in your gut and support your immune system. Since a large portion of our immune health begins in the digestive tract, this is a brilliant way to stay resilient during cold and flu season. The calcium in the yogurt also supports your bone density, which is a priority for all of us as the years pass. Simply spoon half a cup of seeds over a bowl of Greek or plain yogurt. If you are on blood thinners, check with your doctor, as pomegranates can sometimes interact with certain medications like warfarin. It's a refreshing, tart snack that feels like a celebration of life in every single bite. Moving to item number 4, we have the traditional fig cake. In the first book of Samuel, Abigail brought 200 cakes of figs to David and his men to sustain them during a time of great stress and travel. These weren't fancy desserts. They were the ancient world's version of a high-performance energy bar. The common assumption is that cakes must be unhealthy, but these were simply dried figs pressed together into a dense, portable form. This process concentrates the nutrients, providing a massive dose of iron, calcium, and potassium. Think of a fig cake as a concentrated brick of vitality. The iron is particularly important for keeping your energy levels high and preventing that sluggish feeling that comes from low blood oxygen. The historical context of these cakes shows they were meant for endurance. Modern research in the Journal of Food Science and Technology has noted that dried fruits like figs retain their antioxidant capacity even when processed into cakes. To make a simple version at home, you can pulse dried figs in a blender with a few oats and a dash of cinnamon. Then press them into a square container and chill. They are wonderful for a long walk or a busy morning. Because they are very dense, a small square about the size of a matchbox is usually all you need. They provide a slow release of energy that keeps you going without the jitters of caffeine or the slump of refined sugar. The fifth snack is pure, raw honeycomb. This appears in the story of Samson and is praised in the book of Proverbs as being sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. Most people only buy the filtered honey in the plastic bear, but the honeycomb itself is where the real treasure lies. When you chew on the wax and the raw honey together, you are getting small amounts of bee pollen and propolis. Propolis is a resin-like substance bees use to protect their hive, and it has been studied for its incredible antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. It's like a natural medicine chest from the sky. An analogy I like to use is that honeycomb is honey with the instructions included. It contains the enzymes that help your body process the sweetness more effectively. Research published in the journal Molecules has explored how these bee products can support wound healing and even oral health. To enjoy it, just cut a small square of the comb and chew it slowly. You can swallow the wax, which provides a bit of unique roughage, or spit it out like gum. It is an amazing way to soothe a scratchy throat or provide a quick boost of clarity when you feel mentally tired. Just remember, honey should never be given to infants under 1 year of age, but for us older adults, it is a golden gift from the Creator's garden. For our sixth item, we look at a savory lentil dip served with whole grain flatbread. Lentils are famously tied to the story of Esau, who valued a bowl of red lentil stew more than his own birthright. While that was a poor spiritual trade, it speaks to how satisfying and restorative lentils are. We often assume that plant foods can't provide enough protein, but lentils prove otherwise. They are one of the most complete plant-based proteins available, and they are loaded with folate. Folate is a B vitamin that is essential for DNA repair and heart health. Think of lentils as the building blocks for a strong body. They also contain a high amount of fiber that helps stabilize blood sugar levels, which is crucial for preventing the spikes that lead to inflammation. A study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that regular consumption of legumes, like lentils, can significantly reduce the risk of heart disease. To make a simple dip, boil red lentils until soft, then blend them with a little olive oil, lemon juice, and a pinch of salt. It's a warm, grounding snack that fills you up and keeps your energy steady for hours. I often make a batch on Sunday afternoons to have ready for the week. It's a humble food that carries a royal amount of nutrition, reminding us that God often hides His greatest blessings in the simplest packages. Seventh on our list is a mix of dried figs and raisins. This specific combination was given to an exhausted Egyptian servant in the wilderness by David's men, and the Bible says his spirit revived. This is a literal description of how these fruits work. They provide an immediate source of glucose for the brain and muscles, but because they are whole fruits, they also provide the fiber needed to manage that energy. We often overlook raisins, thinking they are just for kids' lunchboxes, but they are actually high in boron. Boron is a trace mineral that plays a massive role in maintaining bone density and joint health. It helps your body absorb calcium and magnesium more effectively. Think of raisins as the glue that helps keep your skeletal system strong. A study in the Journal of Food Science highlighted the high antioxidant content of raisins, particularly their ability to protect the heart. When paired with figs, you get a synergistic effect of fiber and minerals. To use this, keep a small container of mixed raisins and dried figs in your car or bag. If you ever feel that shaky, low-energy sensation while running errands, a handful of this mix can restore your balance in minutes. It's a portable, shelf-stable way to carry biblical restoration with you wherever you go, ensuring you never have to rely on vending machine snacks that drain your vitality. Number 8 is roasted almonds with a light dusting of sea salt. The almond is a recurring symbol of God's watchfulness, as seen in the budding of Aaron's rod. It is often the first tree to bloom in the spring, signaling new life. We often worry about the fat content in nuts, but the fats in almonds are exactly what your heart and brain need to thrive. They are rich in vitamin E, which acts like a biological rust-proofer, protecting your cells from oxidative damage. Think of almonds as a shield for your cardiovascular system. They also contain a surprising amount of magnesium, which helps muscles relax and can even improve the quality of your sleep. A large-scale study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association showed that replacing a carbohydrate-heavy snack with almonds can lead to a reduction in belly fat and improved cholesterol levels. To prepare them, toss raw almonds with a tiny bit of olive oil and roast them at 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. Add a pinch of sea salt while they are warm. This provides essential electrolytes that help your body stay hydrated. Just be mindful of the salt if you are managing high blood pressure. I find that a small handful of these in the late evening helps me feel satisfied and calm before bed, a simple ritual that connects me to the ancient groves of the Galilee. Next, at number 9, we have the pairing of pistachios and dates. These two were among the precious gifts Jacob sent to Egypt during the famine. Pistachios are unique because they are one of the few nuts that contain lutein and zeaxanthin. These are antioxidants that are specifically beneficial for eye health, helping to protect your vision from the effects of blue light and aging. We often assume all nuts are the same, but the pistachio is a visionary snack. Think of them as natural sunglasses for your internal systems. They are also lower in calories per serving than many other nuts, which is helpful if you are watching your weight. When eaten with a date, the fiber and healthy fats in the pistachio slow down the absorption of the date sugar, providing a steady stream of fuel for your brain. A study in the journal Metabolism found that pistachios can help improve insulin sensitivity, making them a great choice for metabolic health. To enjoy this, simply have a small bowl of shelled pistachios with 1 or 2 dates. The act of shelling the nuts also encourages mindful eating, preventing you from consuming too many too quickly. It's a snack that requires a bit of patience and presence, much like the life of faith itself. It reminds us that the best things in life often require a little bit of work to uncover, but the reward is sweet and lasting. Item number 10 brings us back to the grain of the common people. Barley cakes with olive oil. Barley was the grain used in the miraculous feeding of the 5,000, representing God's ability to provide for the masses from humble beginnings. Many people today avoid grains, but barley is different. It contains a specific type of fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber is famous for its ability to bind to cholesterol in the digestive tract and pull it out of the body. Think of barley like a natural sponge for your arteries. It is also very low on the glycemic index, meaning it won't cause your blood sugar to spike and crash. When you serve a simple barley cracker or cake with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, you are adding oleic acid, which reduces inflammation throughout the body. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that barley can significantly lower bad LDL cholesterol. To make these, you can find barley flour at most health food stores. Mix it with water and a little salt to form a dough, flatten into small circles, and cook in a pan. Drizzle with oil while warm. It's a hearty, grounding snack that feels like a warm hug for your heart. It's a reminder that the food of the humble is often the most sophisticated medicine for the body, provided by a God who cares for the smallest details of our health. For our 11th snack, we have bread dipped in olive oil and bitter herbs. Bread is the staff of life in the Bible, and olive oil is the symbol of the Holy Spirit and healing. We often eat bread plain or with butter, but the ancient way of dipping it in oil and herbs like hyssop or oregano is far superior for your health. Extra virgin olive oil is a liquid gold of antioxidants and healthy fats. It contains a compound called oleocanthal, which has a similar anti-inflammatory effect to some over-the-counter pain relievers. Think of olive oil as a natural lubricant for your joints. The herbs like dried oregano or thyme are packed with essential oils that support a healthy gut and respiratory system. They act like a natural tonic for your internal defenses. Research in the journal Nature has highlighted the potent anti-inflammatory properties of high-quality olive oil. To prepare this, pour some high-quality olive oil into a shallow dish. Stir in a teaspoon of dried Italian herbs or za'atar, and use a small piece of whole-grain sourdough bread for dipping. This combination is not only delicious, but also incredibly satisfying, helping you feel full and nourished. It's a communal snack, perfect for sharing with a friend while you talk about the goodness of the Lord. Just ensure the bread is whole grain to keep the fiber content high and the nutritional profile balanced. Number 12 is roasted chickpeas seasoned with cumin. While chickpeas are not always named directly in every translation, they were a staple legume of the biblical world, often referred to as pulse. They are a fantastic source of plant-based protein and iron. We often think of snacks as being light, but roasted chickpeas are substantial and filling. They are particularly high in manganese, a mineral that supports bone health and helps your body process fats and carbohydrates. Think of chickpeas as a metabolic tuner for your system. Cumin, a spice mentioned in the book of Isaiah, adds more than just flavor. It has been used traditionally to aid digestion and reduce bloating. Modern studies in the journal Complementary Therapies in Clinical Practice have shown that cumin can even assist with weight management and improving cholesterol levels. To make these, rinse a can of chickpeas, pat them very dry, and toss them with olive oil and plenty of ground cumin. Roast at 400 degrees until they are crunchy. They are a great alternative to processed chips or crackers. They provide a satisfying crunch without the inflammatory seed oils found in most store-bought snacks. It's a simple, earthy food that reminds us of the strength found in the soil of the Holy Land, providing a steady foundation for our physical health and daily energy. Next, at number 13, we have pomegranate molasses spread on a thin slice of toast. Pomegranate molasses is simply pomegranate juice that has been reduced down to a thick, tangy syrup. It was a way for ancient people to preserve the power of the fruit long after the harvest was over. We often think of syrups as being unhealthy, but this is a concentrated source of the same antioxidants found in the fresh fruit. It is particularly high in B vitamins, which are essential for nerve function and energy production. Think of pomegranate molasses as a nerve tonic in a bottle. It has a unique, sharp flavor that wakes up the senses. A study in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry noted that the antioxidant activity in pomegranate juice actually increases when it is concentrated into molasses. To use it, simply spread a teaspoon over a piece of whole grain toast. You can even add a little bit of goat cheese underneath for a savory sweet balance. It's a sophisticated snack that carries the intensity of the biblical harvest into your modern kitchen. It's a reminder that God's gifts are not only for the moment they are picked, but can be preserved and enjoyed throughout the seasons of our lives, providing consistent nourishment and delight to our bodies and souls. Item number 14 is a classic: fresh grapes served with a small piece of hard cheese. Grapes and vineyards are mentioned hundreds of times in the Bible, symbolizing the joy and the fruitfulness of a life connected to God. We often worry about the sugar in grapes, but they are a primary source of resveratrol. This is a powerful compound found in the skins that has been studied for its ability to support longevity and heart health. Think of grapes as a fountain of youth snack. They are also very hydrating, which is vital as we often lose our sense of thirst as we get older. When you eat them with a small piece of cheese, like a sharp cheddar or a bit of sheep's milk cheese, you are getting a dose of calcium and vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 is the traffic cop for calcium, making sure it goes into your bones where it belongs rather than into your arteries. A study in the journal Nutrients suggested that the combination of fruit and dairy can improve bone mineral density in older adults. Simply wash a small bunch of red or purple grapes and serve with an ounce of cheese. It's a timeless pairing that provides a perfect balance of sweetness, saltiness, and life-giving nutrients. It's a snack that feels like a quiet afternoon in a sunny vineyard, bringing a sense of peace and restoration to your day. Number 15 is the combination of fresh grapes and walnuts. While we just talked about grapes, adding walnuts brings a whole new dimension of health. Walnuts are shaped like a human brain, and interestingly enough, they are one of the best foods for brain health. They are the only nut that contains a significant amount of alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. We often assume we have to eat fish to get our omega-3s, but walnuts are a fantastic land-based source. These fats help reduce inflammation in the brain and may support memory and cognitive function as we age. Think of walnuts as brain fuel. When paired with the antioxidants in grapes, you have a snack that protects both your heart and your mind. A study from Harvard University found that regular walnut consumption was associated with a lower risk of death from all causes, particularly heart disease. To prepare this, just have a handful of raw walnuts with your grapes. It's a simple no-cook snack that you can enjoy anywhere. I often keep a bowl of walnuts on my desk to snack on while I'm studying the Word. It keeps my mind sharp and my body satisfied. It's a wonderful example of how God's design in nature often points us toward the very benefits the food provides, a silent testimony to His wisdom and care for our well-being. Our 16th snack is whole olives served with a piece of flatbread. We've talked about olive oil, but the whole fruit is a treasure in itself. Olives are a fermented food, especially if they are cured and brined the traditional way. This means they contain natural probiotics that support your gut health. We often think of olives as just a garnish, but they are a functional health food. They are rich in vitamin E and other powerful antioxidants that protect your cells from damage. Think of an olive as a tiny capsule of health. They also provide a good amount of healthy fiber. The monounsaturated fats in olives are incredibly stable and help keep you feeling full for a long time. A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that the fats in olives can help regulate appetite and support a healthy weight. To enjoy this, choose a variety of olives, some green, some black, and serve them with a piece of warm, whole grain flatbread. This is a very traditional Mediterranean snack that has sustained people for thousands of years. It's a salty, satisfying bite that connects you to the ancient hillsides of Judea. Just be mindful of the sodium content if you are on a restricted salt diet. Rinsing them in water can help remove some of the excess brine while keeping all the healthy fats and antioxidants intact. Finally, we reach item number 17, the celebratory raisin cakes with honey and spices. These are mentioned in the second book of Samuel, when David distributed them to all the people of Israel to celebrate the return of the Ark of the Covenant. This is the ultimate victory snack. It combines the iron and boron of raisins with the antibacterial power of honey and the warming, blood sugar stabilizing effects of spices like cinnamon and nutmeg. We often think of celebration food as being bad for us, but this biblical treat is designed to restore and uplift. The cinnamon in particular is a wonder. Research in the journal Diabetes Care showed that it can help lower blood sugar levels and improve heart health markers. To make a modern, healthy version, mix a cup of raisins with a tablespoon of honey, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a half cup of almond flour. Form them into small patties and bake them briefly until they are set. They are a dense, sweet, and incredibly satisfying treat that provides a deep sense of physical and emotional comfort. They are a reminder that God wants us to enjoy the sweetness of life, and that He provides us with the means to celebrate in a way that honors the bodies He gave us. It is a snack of joy, strength, and restoration. As we look back over these 17 ancient treasures, a beautiful picture begins to emerge. From the fiber of the fig to the healthy fats of the olive, and from the protein of the lentil to the antioxidants of the pomegranate, we see a complete system of nourishment. The fig provides strength for the journey, the date offers energy for the day, and the almond protects the heart that beats within us. The pomegranate cleanses the system, the honey soothes the spirit, and the barley grounds us in the simple reality of God's provision. The grape brings joy to the heart, the walnut clears the mind, and the olive offers peace to the body. Each of these items is more than just a snack. They are a rhythmic list of blessings, tying the images of the Bible to the very real health benefits we need today. When we eat these foods, we are not just consuming calories. We are participating in a tradition of wellness that spans millennia, a physical echo of the spiritual truths we hold dear. It is a symphony of health played on the instruments of the earth. Healing and restoration are rarely found in a single moment or a single pill. Instead, they are found in the slow, daily choices we make to nourish ourselves with what is good and true. Ancient wisdom has returned to us not as a relic of the past, but as a vibrant path for our future. By choosing these biblical snacks, we are choosing to honor the temple of the Holy Spirit with the very ingredients the Creator intended. This is not a diet of restriction, but a feast of abundance. It is a way of eating that recognizes that our bodies are a gift, and that the earth is a storehouse of divine medicine waiting to be rediscovered. As you begin to incorporate these foods into your life, do so with a heart of gratitude, knowing that every bite is a step toward the wholeness and vitality that God desires for you. Restoration is a journey, and you have been given the perfect provisions for the road ahead. I encourage you to pick just one or two of these snacks to start with this week. Perhaps it's the dates and almonds or the simple olive oil and bread. I would love to hear which one you are most excited to try, so please leave a comment below and share your thoughts with our community. If you found this journey helpful, please share this video with a friend or a loved one who might need a bit of natural restoration in their own life. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so we can continue to explore these beautiful intersections of faith and health together. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and give you peace. And may your body be strengthened and your spirit revived by the wonderful gifts of His creation. Until next time, stay well and walk in the light of His wisdom.